Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, we will get into why I chose to homeschool. There are so many reasons as to why I just love homeschooling, why we as a family have decided that this is something that we are going to pursue. So let's just first and most important reason why I love homeschooling is the freedom. This is the number one thing that I looked at with homeschooling. Even before I began homeschooling my oldest, August, when he was an infant, I was already looking ahead and saying, you know, I think I really want to homeschool him. And it was because of the freedom. I just love the idea of being able to be flexible with our education, being able to be flexible with our learning, and recognizing, you know, for example, okay, this week the kids are really into space. So let's focus on space. Let's focus on those concepts for the next week or so, or however long it'll take us, without worrying about getting off track in some way, because we are creating the track, and that is the amazing part of homeschooling. So it is definitely the freedom to do what you want with your learning, and to really let your kids steer that ship. Also, the idea of not having to get up at 7 a.m. or whatever it is to take my kids to school is also plus. Definitely a plus, because we love to kind of take it easy in our mornings, move a little bit slower, eat breakfast and all of that, and I love that freedom. We also want to give our children a better educational experience than we had, we being myself and my husband. Speaking personally, I was a pretty good student all throughout my schooling. I was a pretty good student, but it was because I knew how to be a good student, to pass the test, to get an A on the test. I knew exactly how to do that. I knew that I needed to memorize a certain set of facts or concepts or equations or whatever it was in order for me to get an A on the paper, in order for me to ace the test or whatever it was. But when the test was gone, when the paper had already been submitted, all that information pretty much just went out the window, because I was doing it solely for the end result, which was the paper or the test. I wasn't learning for the sake of learning. I was learning because I knew I don't want to fail. And that's where homeschooling comes in to bring it back, because I want my children to learn, to have that yearning for knowledge for the sake of learning, not because they're afraid of failing a test that they have coming up. I want them to be excited about knowledge, excited about these concepts. And I think with homeschooling, that is an excellent way to get your kids excited about learning. Another important factor to me, and I am going to say this without getting emotional, another important factor is, especially for my sons, for my children just in general, I have two boys and a girl. This is important in general, but especially for my two boys being two black boys. Knowing the way that black children, especially black boys, can be treated in school is just heartbreaking. When you look at the stats and you see the disproportionate rate that black boys are told that they have ADHD, that they are told that they are wild and angry and all of these negative things, it's just heartbreaking. And it's something that I never, ever, 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 ever want my children to experience at all. So that is definitely a motivating factor to stick with homeschooling, because I don't want that for my kids. Of course, I'm not saying that that is the case for every black child that is in school, that whether it be public or private, but it happens enough for it to be concerning for me. So that is a very important reason why we are choosing to homeschool. The goal of homeschooling is not just for your kids to learn, it's really for the entire family. The entire family is involved in the learning experience. And I think that is just such a beautiful thing to learn alongside my child. I think that's just really great. And it's exciting, and I really am excited about the future, especially as my kids get a little bit older and the concepts get a little bit harder. You know, right now it's, you know, ABC 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. But as they get older and we start getting into more complex concepts and things like that, I am so excited to learn those concepts alongside my kids, for them to teach me something while I'm teaching them. I think that's just beautiful. I love that part of homeschool. I homeschool because I am a work-at-home mom. I have the flexibility to do this, and I am so grateful for that, because a lot of people don't have that opportunity. But that is I guess it really should be the main reason why I homeschool, because if not for my job, I would not be able to do this, because I would not be able to be, you know, a stay-at-home mom with, you know, being in a household with a single income. We definitely need that double. We need that double income. So I am thankful that I am able to work and teach my kids at the same time. Yes, it is exhausting. Yes, it is 150% worth it. We definitely follow a schedule, and the schedule has worked out great for us. We did it for the first time this past year, because that was the first time that we really homeschooled, and it worked out really, really well. As we move into our 21-22 school year, which is so crazy. I mean, where did 2021 go? I don't know. Anyway, as we move into that year, it'll be interesting to see if our schedule still works. This year, I will have a kindergartner, which will be my oldest son. He'll be almost 5. My middle child, my daughter, my spunky one, she will be in preschool, and my youngest son is really still too young for preschool, but I will still get him involved, and I'll show you how to get your infants involved with homeschooling, with sensory activities and things like that. So those are my whys, why I choose to homeschool. I hope that if you're thinking about homeschooling, maybe I've inspired you to go ahead and take that leap. Stay tuned to this journey, because this is the first year where it's like for real homeschooling, as August enters kindergarten. So this will be an interesting part of our journey as we venture into more of the serious stuff. So make sure that you tune in to the upcoming videos to see how we homeschool. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below. Maybe drop some inspiration for other moms that are thinking about homeschooling their kids. Just drop it below. Thanks for watching this video. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content, and I will see y'all later. Bye.